trying a good match for the players so that they can assess themselves and play for the team coming season in Division 1.
You couldn't have done this without the help of your players and the management. Before we get into the game, what message do you have for your players who have delivered such an amazing feat for your team, for your side?
I think they are amazing people. From nowhere we've gotten to somewhere, and I think it's because of their discipline, their commitment to the cause. I think that has actually brought us to where we are, and so I doff my hat for them. I'm proud of them, and I want to tell them that they have done really well. I equal to them.
Nana and Posa have stood tall, stood behind you throughout the season. It's been pretty amazing supporting your team, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, he's an amazing CEO. I mean, it takes his time to engage you as a coach with respect to what you have to do. And he also believes in reasons why we must do it this way and not that way. I think it has really helped. He's a distinguished gentleman. He knows his job as a CEO. He's well abreast with the modern trends in the game. I mean, how to project a team like Kotoko to be compared to the likes of El Ali, Zamalek and what have you. That is his intention, and that is exactly what he's doing.
Kotoko were the best away performing team, the best goal scoring side at the moment, the best defensive team in the league. How are you able to do that?
I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Discipline in terms of training, and then discipline in terms of our games, then application of the training content into the game. That's why I said I'm so proud of these gentlemen, because we just came together 10 months ago and look at the sort of football they are playing. I mean, the game model, they've been able to implement it, and I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Their humility towards the cause, their dedication, the sort of respect towards authority amongst themselves. It has been amazing.
In your view, what do you think it needs to be done immediately to revive and to strengthen Asante Kotoko before you embark on that adventure?
I think we need to work harder than we have worked, because now we are national champions, we are going international, and then the quality is higher. So we need to train harder. There are positions where we think that we need to augment as quickly as possible. Players that we have identified, we have to engage them and see how as quickly as possible we can bring them on board and then start training together, because we need to have that chemistry, that team bonding on the field and off the field. So those positions that we think we need to augment quickly, the board and the management would have to react so that we get these players on board, so that we have a more solid team than we have had. What can I say? I mean, I don't have the adjectives to describe my feelings, my gratitude towards them. But then, I think there's one thing I can say: God bless them all.
We have an agenda. They read a good season in Division.
What message do you have for your players who have delivered such an amazing feat for your team, for your side?
I think they are amazing people. From nowhere we've gotten to somewhere, and I think it's because of their discipline, their commitment to the cause. I think that has actually brought us to where we are, and so I doff my hat for them. I'm proud of them, and I want to tell them that they have done really well. I equal to them.
Nana and Posa have stood tall, stood behind you throughout the season. It's been pretty amazing supporting your team, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, he's an amazing CEO. I mean, it takes his time to engage you as a coach with respect to what you have to do. And he also believes in reasons why we must do it this way and not that way. I think it has really helped. He's a distinguished gentleman. He knows his job as a CEO. He's well abreast with the modern trends in the game. I mean, how to project a team like Kotoko to be compared to the likes of El Ali, Zamalek and what have you. That is his intention, and that is exactly what he's doing.
Kotoko were the best away performing team, the best goal scoring side at the moment, the best defensive team in the league. How are you able to do that?
I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Discipline in terms of training, and then discipline in terms of games, then application of the training content into the game. That's why I said I'm so proud of these gentlemen, because we just came together 10 months ago and look at the sort of football they are playing. I mean, the game model, they've been able to implement it, and I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Their humility towards.
Good evening, Abusafo. Good evening. Baby, I will be no. And then Kotoko Focus TV. Yaba Nasi. We are here just to say something, and we are here to say Asante Kotoko. Minim sense semaba. And minim sense for expectation kenra. Yaba kind the next so. Now was seeing yabu train na ye train. Near fifty near man sana sebi. Yabaka bibi achire mo so said ebe ya won so wa wudi Asante Kotoko echi no won so minim se mreko yie wo ba bia wo bia na so e wo se ye wo ha na yesu aka bibi kakra echire wo na won so e dai hu de eko e wa Asante Kotoko na de eko no de ye nyina ye nim se eye coach Prosper Nate Ogum coach Prosper Nate Ogum samre am no ka sei jinyame ene be mana saba Asante Kotoko yemfa nyina nche etim ji nyame ene be ma coach we asan aba be coach Asante Kotoko minim de meka na minim se coach no wa meki na adwen se wo jadwumadi na to ana minim se eye board of directors so agiatum even though ne letter ni nyama ye ba metima ka say board of directors so agiatum ana management so I endorse it ebeye den say coach we eye coach Prosper Nate Ogum ebasan aba Asante Kotoko nanso so ye nyina ye hu say there's a lot of things this animal we nyina ba ye na mpanifo say sesi be si entomago hata abonten debi ye si entomago fin hata abonten some of us we have a privilege to know a lot of things this animal we nyina ebaye na metimi aka chem say animal we enye ne ene start ye even though aba say aba be pia bonten say ne akoye say coach aka say dwumedi no onni biu nanso so me de na me feel say anka say the coach any penifo atena atimi manage all these issues and koso the koso within the players, within the coach and management and technical na koso ni nyina no. If he has been able to manage it up to this time, the management and the playing body has come together and manage whatever that was going on. Yes, in Penifo say, if you be a man sem ewum, if you be a man sem ewum, and if you be a wisi free mu baby and na bibi ewo. Never say, media, I'm not here to blame anybody. But they make catch and say, me padia. Say, come in and me advice to the coach. And come and catch and say, and your man are ye, never senka. Unyabu tre answer. Yes, a before Baby to not candiopia, and no, I will not here to mean Mahasa me becase, coach, I are there and also one there. Nadia or Tre yet with Mitchell Nadia, he has the right. But decision to take, say, me nya Kotoko Dumani view. I cannot work under this condition again. I would have wished say Akawunya Abutra Nanka ye. Nakawunya Abutra Nanka ye. Nibinum Kika say, if you only management ne crash ye and was when you debi. The issue has nothing to do with management, but it was a questioner. Now if you the board of directors of Asante Kotoko, technical team of Asante Kotoko, a buyer. And then I think the coach was not happy with it. Even though there was an issue, there has been a little issues. I crop up. I know me sure said that was the issue. A course where my coach can't answer no. If you don't say, oh, team need the coach ka. Team no management ni coach be and send some one tower be or Sansem we nyina no empie ewo meeting nase. Any meeting nase. All these things happen ewo meeting nase. It was issues about players acquisition. Any player transfer. Wasem and a kofa coach say ma resign e baye. Me metena ha e me kase. E bia team ne the coach ka. Team no coach the cassette ya pani bi. And I say coach any see will be a problem. And the master do by no. Absolutely it has nothing to do with that. And some of course no it has absolutely nothing to do with coach see the sika the entry and the car. And I say coach see will be a cassette yan. Even though there was an issue that crop up say coach say ebia ne papa wuye board members ni bi any management members ni bi ama na oda binum ase and then enu de mefa ne say ya tikiti bi it has enya issue seven penny for class say be oba no seven eja ne na gu sere so aye pepa na ye ntwa ntwene ntinka sa asem ne de kamenya sure say issue management and I say board ebenya problem with it and I say coach na nkasa ebenya problem wo ho na sabe but issue esi ye no like I always say mama ye nyina ye hu say just small discussion keke media menya nka coach wan kasa asem no but when ya kan wie and the reason tia me say ginya me and the coach as ababio ni say oka asem no one of the board of directors busan say asem na wo ka no agro anase ni bere wo say ni bere so me se menya adwuma ni bio de toso mienu o say busan ni bio o ka ne prensa so enti na chese coach emi ni say adwuma no onye bio na me de me hu ni say coach ko na okoye no o de abufuo ene koye na da bia me ka me say se ebufuo wei esaya ade empanifo se obufuo a eya manyina ho enteke decision wonma de bi ya na ya ntia se ye nyina nkran ni mu entete nkran ni enje se okogina nkran ni ma nkran ni ewe wo no ana ye nyina mu ntete yes ugina mu tete o mbawew o mu ntumi firi ho ebe ne se obufuo a menteke decision me minim se prosper na te Ogum senka emre ya ye wo mu ene bia anka bia asase na esi ye no nka onka anka onka na ebinum na abonte se eye management de ne eye technical team ebi kura se 6 months ebi kura se say ebi se say enye sikasam ene de coach resolution letter anase coach so onye adwuma bio no enye sikasam coach anka sikasam ewo ho because e ho no kura no e ho ye technical meeting so it has absolutely nothing to do with monetary aspect of it because the finance committee ye were judba for that no eno nso so ewo ho enti se obi say management anase na ne yonponsa anase bia yewura David Obinyako anase obi any coach anase obi anko coach aye ene ma coach resign. That's a lie. I will tell all of you ye nyina ntia say Asante Kotoko no Asante Kotoko no ena ye nyina ye do me say die me dey maso ene mani atete no there is no way prosper na Ogum ebeba. We should say a very thank you to him. Finally, na uncle, na Asante Kotoko. A move forward. That's the way I say the way forward, Asante Kotoko. Because it is high time we have to move forward. Whether we like it or not, Coach Prosper Nate Ogum. Na onya Asante Kotoko coach da. That's one thing we should. Ye see him. Ye wura na amponsa ne kofa ne baye. I remember San Central for your hypocrisy for ebi. One support na amponsa say na kofa coach aba we see wafa coach. We shouldn't forget. Eya na mommy eme refiasem. San Central for ya ene omo person omo kire say aso omo do coach na te Ogum. Ene me tie nkofo bi. Akwa bi anu ote sabe o. Na me tie no na all kasa ase odo coach na te Ogum. Ha! Na yana enkofo mi fi say ya na refri ya refri on. Ya nyare refri o. Eya amom kai. Kumasi nsantofo ya bi. Hey, abrante opokwa fie wo ka ho bi. Me I will not hide it because I listened to you on the Royal TV. Obi frɛ me and I took a time say me tie. Once man wo kan ye. Eya na wo refi say Light FM o ka say no different thing about 8 months or 9 months ago. Na Prosper na Ogum eba Asante Kotoko. You said something different and then you are saying something different. Stop being hypocrite. Me say we are say also worry. Now we try to track that we keep on lying, and the day you try to tell the truth, we no cry what can throw what change na be daddy. That's some of the people. Eya bebuo na mibu and just ko try to track that we eya bebuo ana mibu. We should always have to think say you make sure say no kure pepe and you be kan wasem. Coach Prosper na Ogum me megina ha emeka de ekoso say okasetia we kwaku anayaw anaso obente dabi ehu hiame me de ahaya Asante Kotoko fie ye mesi entum agufin ehata abonten but de metimi aka che ye nyina ne say de metimi aka che ye nyina ne say ye nyina ye nya abotre na coach okwa ye nya ne kwan na yemfa ahodi bia ye wono yemfa ntaye management achi any a board of directors achi players are ye wono so yemfa ntawo machi na omun konko omwanim coach na Ogum wagya ye ho okọ omabai. We thank him. The way forward is the most important thing. We shouldn't end dwell on some hypocrite Kotokos, so-called Kotoko journalists, you know. Some of them, every name Jerome Watcher. Somebody should tell him. He's too hypocrite. Jerome, you are hypocrite. The bay and who says sebi court na Ogum Babe resign. One thing I once a man to now the share Emma Senisi and Sana Becca. Mini a ya munyan troni cha. And ya munyan troni cha. Sebi, the Prosper ni would do one come up. And a one can, and you never catch it, yan the day. Yan the day. I want me deal with it. And now my young crankos, and then I'm reading to it now. And I'm like, really? Jerome? You said so your Kotokoni. Yes, we know that. What by yet was Asante Kotoko. But ever since every Asante Kotoko, it seems that there's a problem. Meaning any management. What know what problem? Jerome, Mesrao, Minia, Ejuma Kotoko, Ejuma Sebe. What say when I no quaffo and Centroni obeyed more Kotoko, I no quaffo in your Jerome, yet I say, there's also obey a Kotoko Express, no, a car and a bedaya ho. We shouldn't forget. Say somebody Asante Kotoko Jina Court. Mekam will be at to be. Asante Kotoko Jina Court. Kotoko Focus TV. Open Kotoko Focus online. You better publish this story with details. Asante Kotoko Jina Court. Because of Kotoko Express, about 1 billion 100,000 Ghana cedis. Asante Kotoko Jina Court. And you're the same Jaramatri. One of the name when Asante Kotoko Express. And the Kabeda. So, even the Mao Express went to me and manage. Me personally tackle personally. We should stop all this. We should stop all this. Yes, me who defend who say who go to 100 and something thousand Ghana cedis. And you won't but they can't die. Why did they buy me now? What are now managing? You are the managing editor. You couldn't give us profits. I can't have to us and take an additive fee. 80 and then one say coach Babe resign we are Asante Kotoko ni na one ka okowie na aba be ka kire nti yanya ne dan etu ka kire na de na aba me de metete ye ho me si coach asem no me nka bi because the details and minim say the course of the week eye dan details na be dey ebeba say me want it be say obi say 10 players obi say 17 players obi say me say me, I have a minimum I have penance. It gets to a point, make a way, it gets to a point, CEO, Kotoko CEO has to kneel down and beg the coach. Me, make I check with Coach Prosper. He's a fantastic coach. A very wonderful man. Kotoko supporters will cherish him. 1 million supporters in him. He should have even have a second thought of the supporters. Those are who fought behind him when all the odds against you. Management na uno mo ye adwuma no na omode wo ba na nsensama na ekoso na nkase bibim po na no mo nya adwuma sebe ese ene techire mampo eya na yeko na omo anso ne siesie o masem ndinke ba se no na nka ya transe ne siesie yasem ankobasa akobasa was a coach ho na oko yes okay me Asante Kotoko se we resign now kwa no just Asante Kotoko no abeg you know Kotoko remain Asante Kotoko. There's nothing will change it. Wa ye adwuma so e de ama Asante Kotoko bosome nwotwe ne nkono ye be ye wa ye adwuma e no de abo Asante Kotoko ama Asante Kotoko abedu de aduro no but also onye biew me nobody should pick up a phone and call him because Asante Kotoko is bigger. Me nkase management so unique omo de boni ni omo so fonso wo mo sa enso na coach na so enfonso wo no but e ba ye no since you guys have able to manage it na wo senka yura coach na senka unya abutre na nka wo manage at least aka say one season na nka contract na baby ye e bia na nka mo mienu mo ka mo tibo mo say da mo ka mo tibo mo den e ma ye nya success no enemy problem but in central farm we actually no me kase coach ko ye say issues aba say if you get an employer or no otimi go to that extent because ye na tie video ya me betu so coach president the CEO how long is this about 1 month ago 1 month ago that say oh yes I can repeat this video for everybody obi a one video bia mama yenko ne nko tie sase mo ntimi say enti ye den enene ekoba ase eye den ene koba ase mama ye nyina ye nya abotra ne ehu say Asante Kotoko ana ye nyina ye som no coach Prosper na te Ogum minim say bi Asante Kotoko onta Asante Kotoko nanso so enya akoba about a minute.
Trying a good match for the players so that they can assess themselves and play for the team coming season in Division 1.
You couldn't have done this without the help of your players and the management. Before we get into the game, what message do you have for your players who have delivered such an amazing feat for your team, for your side?
I think they are amazing people. From nowhere we've gotten to somewhere, and I think it's because of their discipline, their commitment to the cause. I think that has actually brought us to where we are, and so I doff my hat for them. I'm proud of them, and I want to tell them that they have done really well. I equal to them.
Nana and Posa have stood tall, stood behind you throughout the season. It's been pretty amazing supporting your team, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, he's an amazing CEO. I mean, he takes his time to engage you as a coach with respect to what you have to do. And he also believes in reasons why we must do it this way and not that way. I think it has really helped. He's a distinguished gentleman. He knows his job as a CEO. He's well abreast with the modern trends in the game. I mean, how to project a team like Kotoko to be compared to the likes of El Ali, Zamalek, and what have you. That is his intention, and that is exactly what he's doing.
Kotoko were the best away performing team, the best goal scoring.
Okay, I was for your side you. Says someone who will put here into a day and a cobas assembly. If you be a one thing I say in when he said, Coach, Mr. Mirasi. I had a Sakobasi. I mean, and Central will be a tomb foot through. A good supporter, Sibiani. but metimi catch will be a say assembly see it has absolutely nothing to do with so be the car so be the one so any management in tokwa one kasa asem so the management on tokwa he never said that in the meeting one kasa asem no sa asem no nya no na den talk assembly ba ye and we be say better crisis and try be class say sabe management ni cable bill kra ye ntua aba kuma say Ghana Central for aba Eti, could you believe, sir? Sanyema peanuts way will bring problem to Asante Kotoko. And to say, coach, say, 70 cable bed, yen or just Asante Kotoko. It will never happen. And just idea of submitting it, and then he has to defend it, and issue came up. Maybe the questions wasn't present to him. For me, I won't me am it mean kase e be a coach but ne was senka onya abotre entina penfo say e ya faduku ba uyam ne nkire se ko faduku e kire se wo se sebe wudi Asante Kotoko ko kase se Asante Kotoko the coach you always has to have a patient you have to always I was all your patient person so when nya abotre for Asante Kotoko ntimi ne animu. Because when the pressure comes, it is very difficult to contain. But when dear, it will prosper. One year the supporters, because I have supporters TV in Timeka. Where dear coach, one no yen, one man call for a hurry and call for a can trot to Asante Kotoko. And then, me will say radio station is a monitor and a foreign news to Cromine. Nina Asante Kotoko. But my Asante Kotoko nya de pebi o meka ho asem 10 minutes. But ne Asante Kotoko abeto pampas to o kure yen o mu twitwa yen se nam. Na supporters ni bia mo wa. Mo so eya mo kotie nsem a eya mo nya abotre na mo ntie no. You guys should come and listen to Kotoko Focus. Here we will talk about Asante Kotoko. Yen dressing say Asante Kotoko, yen demolish Asante Kotoko. We will try as much as possible. Say be kataso. See you too agufino kwa o ya ye be kataso. Me as a host, me meka Kotoko asem me makoro no wabonten. But I give a committee me can say we have to move forward because there is no way me and koma me didie ko ekire there is no way even ye see ye no e ko ba sa no I don't think say coach we betim management nkwa ye adwuma. Coach intimi board of directors in adwuma if you say the technical team no committee ya omoda technical ho eno ana coach Prosper na omunya afakwai ana management members wo so into the committee no na ye in charge of recruitment mama coach CEO kwan say wonkoto player A player B player C media na nka me fi say nka coach one church omumu sabi Asante Kotoko na han wo enye black ye from the black galaxy enye wo na han wo eho eye part-time adwuma na wo ye wadwuma wo ye ya Asante Kotoko enye black galaxy adwuma eho mpo menye show si etiaka eye alawa ana woje etina coaches ni na obia wo ntima wo coach no eti sa Asante Kotoko hian na black galaxy hian wa you serve Asante Kotoko because you work for Asante Kotoko etina wo senka onya abotre na sa abotre abufo bi kra na wo mu a wo ma ne bafom nanka utiminya abotre chirichim 10 players also do omo to bench odo omo ko transfer no oh e bia player A bi hu ni say bia the performance now ye no ade we ni we na hu ye bi hu ni say so rimfa so enti enya no bio me feel say me team the next you know going for admit ni nya adwuma na nothing change player B say when you abotre chirichim na omo so feel say bia A B C B na woni me ye na nkoyi a won so a kire say Prosper e bia wo kan nipa A e bia yensu ye hu ni B eye normal there be any wa there is no world but team be any wa ni coach we 100% say players are we beto no nko na benya say enya no kure da it means sit da enya no kure da meaning say question eye board of the chairman of the committee ni busa on just a hamlet me say na yabufo na ba coach na o say ka unya abotre mama yan kan okrenche coach no because am we ex coach that wabesoma Asante Kotoko. It is name is always going to be munim coach Emba Joseph Emba no free hand riba Asante Kotoko obi coach Asante Kotoko Joseph Emba wu da still ya da so boni din e kire say o do hu betwitwi Asante Kotoko a da bia e bebo din ene ba wu am o ma wu ko Sims Kofi Mensa o ma wu ko Paul for nua ko o ma wu ko ese bom din George Adisipo ku be boss o ma wu ko ese da so boni din because sebi coach na omoro see ebubusa question about adia wan kasa watworo ho because sebi me ye sure say uye PhD no uche thesis a tama na ukoye no eye wo lecturer na o kire no me ye sure say na obebusa ho question any kwan say o ma ogofu and there's another one about the issue of Emmanuel Jamfi and what's me koba and co me kai say coach you came out clearly say when in management what na say obusa questions be and I would you to me kai say opoko fie be ka to say wo kura wo woni mi amajamfi woni mu anwan ana wan na pa wan wo no mi adwuma say me kai say opoko fie be ka sa asem no and the coach you accept it and na say wo ba sisa wan no a na kire say wo nya no kwafo sa no bi be ka no enye sisa na me pa kire etina me kan me bu baby say wo twa ntro sa asema wo kan wo fi say enya no kure na ye ntro a na wo twa twere wo yira koso na twa wo ntro because the day we wadwe say wo be kan kure no na je say wo no kure na je say wo kan no kure wo wi ase da sa e bi na me bu ye no empani be sebi etina empani fo say yesuma banyansini yesuma na montenten intimasma me kan no e bi no I know, say coach, you are aware of it. One have been defending here. And anybody said never catch a board of that say, when you are aware of players are on Adomo Paya. Players are on Akaso Monqua. I will be shocked. What the player ba? Here? What my dear Bako? Say coach, what the management? Meaning say George in Fegi. Player Bako Mbella. Now we need more, but the management told you, all the video show, you accepted it so far as I already had 2 minutes, just how come we don't buy it. So we buy it now far. But I didn't want to say in fact in Bella there, and the management the conform buy it. And you near my way, meaning say we're watching them fee, as well as sound, it don't sound American. Anti coach. And you before so another can media. Dear Kwako Druno supporters, we also have to accept. Say coach Nate, Prosper Nate Ogum, or your history. He belongs to history. Let's say thank you, coach, for the wonderful job. I'll be here with Asante Kotoko. Media. First, let me feel say a be a African. Nanso so and you'll be a sem. Say no who dia. Na say Jai na be Asante Kotoko man dia. Now about 3 weeks ago, you please. Now management when who praise you woman. I listened to you on one of the radio stations in Cape Coast. Now my basso, it a dang and the nakobasi. Sebi, coach. Made the football back on and man said, no matter what life is all about, when you're there, baby, I will cook piano. You will face this. I'm not sure, say, Wafa, Uwomuno. Wafa, now coach, you know. Wafa for Ja Unkwan say. Say play be akoto ukwa na wa for one press that na akoye ho adwuma. Yes, meaning say na bia na opetosichi ye nya na ma but Mbella came in and give us a massive numbers enti sebi the management ko hu yom bi ba ye no and I know say Joseph Amwako I can confidently say enya na ne ba ye one of your assistant brought Joseph Amwako enti one de ba ye and your players need ya. And I know of a some players, you are aware of it. Sabe, your friend said, player, where? Let him catch the coach. Justice Blay, you pick up a phone and call him yourself. It is a be a management ko fani ba. And as a management ko yeah. Coach, and I know that one I can confidently say you pick up the phone and call. You spoke to Justice Blake. It is a ubi and cry no cry minimum. It is a oko jina na ka say players e ba ye nyina no nyame nam do obi aba ya coach. E ho no it na make say wo so be twantro na akosi. But the moment I wa say obe dane one no afi obi abehu no kre. Anyone try wucha. That is what is the problem. It mesre ukọ ba bia. Asante Kotoko no eson. Kotoko is a big platform. And Kotoko waba abenya nimde. Sebe na wo nimde na adbai but Kotoko I give Kotoko amaw experience. Sebe a big platform and wenya no. Into wo kono. Ukodidi platform ho. Platform na Kotoko dia ma no. Kona kodidi ho yie. Na odidi ho yie a minim say beboa wo. Na mom me I never knew say nowadays ebi Kotoko ho ene ekwa ye bibi anase Kotoko ho ana ebi a ede kwa ebi na mum Kotoko no de waba be ye Kotoko pejaw no matter what it is obi ani wa on kan kire me say ene te bia bia wokram bia na e Asante Kotoko ne do akosi dia wusie no coach maso akuna du ono Asante Kotoko ne peja no ontimi meka no akochi wa all stars but Asante Kotoko no be ye no e peja no ko level bi e ma fe obaye blasters assistant coach eno Asante Kotoko no indi coach Prosper Nante Ogum say wodwini ye supporters ho a ka decision na otiki na ka wan tiki na supporters mesemo na maka wo ya kire ye nyina asu ade kakra efisa ya wan centrofo bi omo kremu sa omo ya Asante Kotoko me say Asante Kotoko focus ya the details ebe ba bonten enu agera mboate ne nkofo ye nyina no ye do Asante Kotoko redufo bi omo ofia omo ba no mpese omo fi se omo betumi aka nsem edegu ye supporters ni bi adwen mu na nka omo say ye team no whether we like it or not Kotoko team no management and as a board of directors sabe na na yamponsa ana na yamponsa ne kofa coach na te Ogum ebra Asante Kotoko. It is also a jaya we should have the confidence in our CEO say obenya the best coach at the amayen and I know kakra na waya amaye no e kire say when it comes to player recruitment minim say ade ba kwa na ha dwene say ade papa eya bibifo anase nipa ye wo wiase yesu so obi dia de papa mama na ye mama dia eno dia mi klemu say me nka ho say enye ba de boni ba dia me pese me say we nyam na me ye but papa na e ba ye no ene wa gia hye oyam na boni na e ba ye ne dia e wo so ogitugu mesre yes sir na ye ungrateful to certain people. We shouldn't be ungrateful to nobody in life. Asante Kotoko is very, very paramount. Now, sabe. Radio for binum, a binum tete asempa, a binum tete, and I will be a meteor. I want to check and throw a whole draw. No, be a betro, a something, I'll be trying to cracka. Sir, Prosper Nante Ogum Krano was sent for the past 10 months in as and I'm saying, hey, no, Ogum, what did 10 months? I was Asante Kotoko. What did 10 months? I stand to be corrected. Because I know so Ogumba between October, November, oh baby. Was it 10 months? And I'm saying, hey, now coach, you what did 10 months? And you train the car, I know that's here, Juma. No. Every time was a management, and in the car. Now, no management in the car. Some team the supporters any year. It's any day. Coach ka enya management because management no be ya adwuma no motua ka na central for your supporters ni bi no mo yin na yemu team ya de ye dia an ya for management no mo ya adwuma enti se ye de ka ye Kotoko de ka management ne ka ne town so a okwa e Canada ho mayen se do mo ba ya o ma be so aka o mutua e bi ne e ka me kan wasem se Kotoko Express ho ye da agina court with a debt of 1 billion 100,000 Ghana cedis. Na mi busa o ba e o me ye Kotoko Express ho adwuma da enti ye den na ye de ka enti e bi no it is a management bi work hard to wa e ye yen supporters ye na ye dia enti we should always pay attention na ye ntie the right thing because media me say your management we ade a o ma ya ma ye hu die me many coffee, many coffee, I read say, many coffee. And we know what I was adding trust him. Many way are, many quote your man said to your mono. Almost the quality players about Asante Kotoko. Yeah? And I can be me bois. And ya barrier, over Casa barrier, not by another barrier. So, any on concern, any who player, goalkeeper papa, and a barrier or that Champions League. Me bois, Sarah or that Champions League, but I am for Saka by Moody at them. Me say, meaning says you, Nani on concern on the management. They will give us the best. Let's support them. And they will give us the best coach. Me, I know, say, Coach Prosper Ogum or the bar. Me, I am Kwama and company for say contract, you know, what breachy contract cry. Yana Asante Kotoko. Yana Maniko. I imagine, but in penny for between the say what breachy contract and what judgment and to say, damages a woman, Untria. Say me, dear me, see Asante Kotoko, Yansa. Sabe. Yan young for me, I can say that Asante Kotoko, cause the coach is being young, you bet in the channel manako. Me dear, my drink, but some penny for different opinion now. Okay. Because we have the right to take him on. But if we decide, say be Jamanapa and Kabaya me de papa. And no big say yes. You see who any coaches me and son any problem. There be any no correct. Mama yen kan correct. Coach Masokwadu ni na ne on ponsan enya problem. Na ne on ponsan ni Masokwadu enya problem. Masokwadu was fired on performance base. You guys should stop. I see say you tie central for bi no mani abetra ne kamenua me kan no crack you. Obi a no to no kan wasem. Obi send you message and I explained to him the message kan wasem. Na ne on ponsan ni Masokwadu enya problem. Masokwadu was fired on a performance base. Na me buso. Only for na social Manchester for one pamono. We get the legend. Omo pamono. And no just say one Manchester nya problem ana. Yeah na me tell ase. Aye coach Mariano Barreto. Me nya sure say on management enya problem. But on one kasa meetings okoye me be kan wa, time okohia ye, ekoye meeting o baabi. E twam ntimi be se me kan wasem. And okoye na afei or started say all kasa. I don't think say management babonte be kan a word etian until say omni contract. I know crowd they have to explain to the technical team of the board of directors and sign our omni contract no. Because a coach who coach team bino what team metranse sabe e me good team nanu ase na hunyen sabe coach anybody here no and no chance on the management anya problem enya no kreda ya mo ma no kreda ya mo ntie no kreda na ewo mu no na mo tie nsantwofo bi no ma menua no meka kire wo omo be tu futu agumani asema me kan obi a wonim bia obi a o mare do bare to na me bia on frɛ no me say on the management enya problem. But eya kasa bia me kwasa me kokasa radio so eya nkofo bia omo ye ni diodium and the mass issue we buy and a coach yes sabe eyi me busa o house of folk season be wiye a whole board of director be ka say coach board wasa oni onye coach omo pam no e dey asa na okay house of folk team no omo me ka ye coach board nda so nte wo e dey na ya sinse but could you do that sort of we have one management and we will support them. And me, Maka, they say the management, the coach you work with for will be able to be. I will support you with my blood, with the last drop of my blood. I will support Asante Kotoko. Because sabe, ya no me support you when it comes to saying you but kakra. You hear the kakra de bois Asante Kotoko. Everybody knows. It is Semo Masokwadu was fired on the performance base. And Yantokwa, Anya Kasakasa. Say Yakasakasa be a centrofo be a hypocrite. Nyatom for one person mechanical. Not sabi. They want to hang a dog. They want to give a dog a bad name. And yes, Animano. Coach Masokwedu should come up. Say Masokwedu say, Oni Nana Yamponsa, and I say any member of the management, any problem on my community. He was fired for performance basis. Coach Mariano Barreto, in discipline, who signed contract. Now you're in discipline now. You can be fired. And you may be insubordination. Maybe before you now you're insubordination. I'll fire you. Sebi. Umesi Asante Kotoko ntuma gun ntuma gufin atawa bonten. Ah, you know what say na amre. Yeah, we supporters, I don't know. I don't really know why we always listen to people who will tell us lies. We should listen to our management. We should love them, whatever they say, whether it's good or bad, because they are the ones leading us. Masemo, mama ye nyina ye hu se, ene prosper na te obeye di woko. Sa, ana na yamponsa oye na nem restaurant obeko. What mean na nem atusala e Asante Kotoko da. Oye den ya one day obeko, but say we say, me say sa oboa ye ne kabom na is eda na wo si dan pama Asante Kotoko a. Okwa sabe we amazing na osi dan ne ma ye na se dan ne ya minu mienu na bedam se dan ne nya e be twire guye so ye ni be wu na okoda dada. Until let's support the board and the management. Yes, you coach ko. Coaches are hired and coaches are fired. He wasn't fired. Me nya sure say management are fire coach. Eno na mwa so be say coach mi ansa. Coach Nate resigned. Management never fire him. Who fire him for a day on why? Many sure so be a fire. All was one year money view. Into what has that got to do with 3 coaches? And I know my any route. What you say, as American, maybe you didn't listen. Many of our house send a message. Mammy Shady, Kofi Siam, Minya Kofi, Mr. My radio message, Mammy reading ye. Or say, please let us also sincere and advise the CEO too. He should also look at his ego. This got nothing to do with his ego. Mamika Central, I can confidently tell you, me say, Nane Amponsa on the high coach ego. But Nane Amponsa, Ebun Kotoje, Epa, Ewo, Obia, Onimbian, Epa, Dr. Ogum, Acho, Ewa Bra incident this year. Me Pesemekum, Kotoko against us of four. Yakobo, a cap na, you call Lucian, President Cap. Coach Ogum say me boa, and I say anybody or see obey Coach Ogum, and I say no Obia, any assassin this year. Obia why go no. I see you hire coach. No me bunko today, apa coach say me sell. Problem be Obia, me sell coach me bunko today pacho. Tugu ni anya Asante Kotoko na Asante Kotoko ko na him. What are you talking about ego? Ego ni dey hin. A coach. Me ma han wo. Sabi me busa wo. Say akoye say kwa me despite. Akobunko today. Apa kwa me sefa kan chawo. So we know despite akobunko today apa kwa me sefa kan chawo. E bin see that. E bin see. Once a while be no one say yes. Into the this year. When you talk of ego, don't tell you say. Me person can obi asem wa ha. Into we dey aba. I'm not defending him, but I know what I'm talking about. I mean him say obi anim asem America no. It is yan ebi ana wonim. Enti nyame ya adom a uhu a nyame ya adom na se bibia to ye na wo bibia bete utin sempane wa ha. Now they are shoot trim because I know what I'm talking about. That same way when it's about ego. And non conforming trying to much numbers that's what and they could do baby no. There's a different way. The way forward. When it comes to local coaches, many will me and Sapeso. Maybe me and Karela coach. And the beer a year coach ya Ibrahim Tanku, Munia me who will be a bit my coach Asante Kotoko. Obisi coach Bash, yes. But Bashir Wilford at this time there at Abraka. Anya Sadia and the young carbon on it. Yanko Fubibra. Even though a year near perception be said for the bar. Omuntimi league, Ghana local league in Asante Kotoko. But with proper planning, with proper and a very good operations, Asante Kotoko can win a league. Mame Gansamba Coach Joseph Emba, no a Bruni, no a hungry ni. Our boss 16 games. When you see one game, or the Asante Kotoko League. Or the Asante Kotoko League. In Tinchasa Bonibin Yebida, Ebiasida. With proper planning. Be a bit to ye. I was for and you remember me clean look quite a crabby, 1 or 2 be. Na almost about the children drink a crabby. Me mere phone line, ne, Miss Remo. Me bear discussion a crabby. Na crabby no may Miss Remo. Asante Kotoko Hunia. Coach Cosiapia. Papa sin can you bad? Na Coach Papa sin Cosiapia, you obey. Coach Cosiapia, the new madosu. Can you bad the cry? The legend. Asante Kotoko legend. And ka Obaya and Kabe Boa Papa. Nanso so minim so beba said me kan no me say centrofo bi no amayo mo so mo do Asante Kotoko said me mamembo na na amponsan west was say wo be kai was say nkofo be yo mo ho akokọ ana omo tutu Asante Kotoko aburo omo na edi Asante Kotoko aburo sa centrofo ni bi no omo da so wo omo so omo na do Asante Kotoko nenso Asante Kotoko aburo na e ho no omo na edi omo enyan kaka ye ho na yen konkofa coach nate Ogum the last game interview ye no enti full interview ni nyina ni wi we will be back in a jiffy.
For your team, for your side?
I think they are amazing people. From nowhere, we've gotten to somewhere. And I think it's because of their discipline, their commitment to the cause. I think that has actually brought us to where we are. And so I doff my hat for them. I'm proud of them. And I want to tell them that they have done really well. I equal to them.
Nana and Ponsa stood tall, stood behind you throughout the season. It's been pretty amazing supporting your team, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, he's an amazing CEO. I mean, it takes his time to engage you as a coach with respect to what you have to do. And he also believes in reasons why we must do it this way and not that way. I think it has really helped. He's a distinguished gentleman. He knows his job as a CEO. He's well abreast with the modern trends in the game. I mean, how to project a team like Kotoko to be compared to the likes of El Ali, Zamalek, and what have you. That is his intention, and that is exactly what he's doing.
Kotoko were the best away performing team, the best goal scoring side at the moment, the best defensive team in the league. How are you able to do that?
I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Discipline in terms of training, and then discipline in terms of games, then application of the training content into the game. That's why I said I'm so proud of these gentlemen, because we just came together 10 months ago and look at the sort of football they are playing. I mean, the game model, they've been able to implement it. And I think it's all about discipline and application of knowledge. Their humility towards the cause, their dedication, the sort of respect towards authority amongst themselves. It has been amazing.
In your view, what do you think it needs to be done immediately to revive and to strengthen Asante Kotoko before you embark on that adventure?
I think we need to work harder than we have worked, because now we are national champions, we are going international, and then the quality is higher. So we need to train harder. Then positions where we think that we need to augment as quickly as possible. Players that we have identified, we have to engage them and see how as quickly as possible we can bring them on board and then start training together, because we need to have that chemistry, that team bonding on the field and off the field. So those positions that we think we need to augment quickly, the board and the management would have to react so that we get these players on board, so that we have a more solid team than we have had. What can I say? I mean, I don't have the adjective to describe my feelings, my gratitude towards them. But then I think there's one thing I can say. God bless them all.
We have an agenda. The rest of our games.
Yo. Yeah. Nyame ado nanso e.
Ya de nyame ase. Well, bese and Thursday say most of the times Thursday mu be hu yan say the dwumadi na ebren but it drew critical moments say yema tifo hu de ekọ because opens and panel dia Kotoko Focus TV aha de ye ka say the city enya afi na bebo yes aha de ye kana be say because maybe ye ni de ka ye duele ye ransu ni eko pensem ne ba na jo ensem no obi be say matchem series and a me no na ne meko part 1 nyambo a Saturday meko part 2 Sunday part 3 the team series na me yase be bi e ko fire no say as a good coach like Prosper Juma obeye ni nyina supporters abo abaso management the support
This is current.
One say unya obia say especially say we see you etawechi ede would support be amount say obeboa and off the field incidents and CC ni nyina like the things say the BNC let's move forward na na me bie ni o ma bi so akyerɛw na wo hu adwuma ASC wo ne management and a board on this year Kenya no ebi omo try to manage it kebi aka this time ka Kotoko league na so bonika sie ni nyina no supporters and ama coach na resign supporters na ba mu coach no ebi obi ntiase supporters na no me de metewo kakra bi na kwa Asante me de diakaba because what the ebru on ma metero the supporters na pam coach no and as supporters ama coach na resign but Prosper being intelligent man doctor na sometimes once say empenifo kra say ubufu kra na eni kwa say okasa because the obekasa bia no and once sometimes police for kra ko problem be na police for betua they said don't talk any statements be make it will be used against you at the law court. It is sometimes it's better to keep quiet when you are angry because when you are angry now and send it to me like you didn't expect say can be answer but because also bofu no obekin can send be after there when you be bound so no see my mistake but now you have already caused that harm. Nti Prosper me wonse bebre ameka na so unfortunate say be e ko fine no ene ye de beto say this city say twene nani mo no ma ye mountain by na meka ne say this city and because we from enra ne ti a ade ne na start say no be rem pa me wo me say bia ene meka e wo dwumadi so enti atwe for yim say be PIP word on dia sound all right but and then no ye be mo hu dia because Kotoko don't at this time could be say UK anom he say it's about 11:15 I couple 12 but mo don't ye na ye train say ye be mom the best na bibia come anti jo minim say bibia come say kwamu da ona ye bet me out so dia
yenkoso cause Asante Kotoko no hu nyan yenkoso
yes
na me busa wo ensem ye ba ye wo de na onim fa ho me de honestly speaking I decide say me de menim e de na wonim e de na wate afa
Joe, my main chance say most especially when young coach Prosper na Ogum. me preview say even before the start of the season. Mame Nduele or baby or can say doesn't know anything about the recruitment that went on before the season started. Coach sometimes so we say we no PPA and many panel influence now all you know and overgrade you and I say o pepe so when ya e wo coaching mu any addition mu no and more be just a day and integrity because integrity is at stake because all more be the not dream ebe influence and me the maker nipa no say fe odom na o influence on coach e buy nipa no wa twene mu and the person told you say you have the fans support into anything be the fans will back you rather than the management so it the only management and I say or more manage you know it the mutimudama you thought to say oh everything is okay you take a decision the pressure will be on the management but look at the say I buy no one baby supporters now and this shows you say you've done a great mistake because in football no so we only say oh we shemachi o pia me Asante Kotoko and me say after Juma full time you are being paid by Asante Kotoko, you are not being paid by the national team. Back to the recruitment and all the sometimes in all over the world there are some issues oko Real Madrid Madrid Akwaba na Kwame. So, enti Shawukov Real Madrid Florentino Perez. The time of 2003, look at the Galacticos or the bar Real Madrid Bobo Konim. The likes of David Beckham, Luis Figo, they delivered. And sometimes when you win a player, your CEO, even you are fortunate to have a CEO who has been a FIFA agent before, owning players or eye for players. It is about impose also. And I like the interview our boy before say program not starting and in the course of the program he said that this CEO is an amazing CEO. He's intelligent, he gives respect. So within 1 month, 1 week, what has changed? Prosper. Within 1 month, 1 week, was okay interview because you say touch pro. So within 1 month, 1 week, what has changed? So what I say, it is sometimes say BB also you have the audacity say ebia on a good note and I say how I'll be Christ person who the type of person you are. Sometimes we go the moment I manipulate how you are. So say you don't know anything about the recruitment coach. Make us say one minute there and na try. And from the genesis of everything, say Obisha Wechi say, oh, Kochan Trotto management so. Now you savior of the club there. Coach, you go for that place. Because if without the management support, you could have not worked. Even management said over. And I say management, cry, pay a room or say, oh, prosper now, Kotoko. Look at the number of people who came out say, the prosper crown puno dena waye wafa, and this season Kotoko is going to be placed in the middle of the table because one wafa agility, pay wafa like team, the half in build team no one. And a lot of people didn't believe you. But with the support of the board and the management, look at where you have achieved and you want to achieve before say season ending. And now, for baby for the past 7 years, 8 years, I'm not going to go in the league. What about against our market? And now, baby will be everybody. The same supporters who were praising you say, oh, Coach Ayade, won't say within short time they are crucifying you. This tell you say sometimes when you are dealing with Asante Kotoko, you have to be very careful. Recruitment today, coach, you said that to say you don't need those players, and at a point in time, you told the management said the likes of Abib, Jenfimo, Ankwa, you are not coming to start your preseason. Coach is on record. Menka say you don't know about it. So if say one car, how would the management even say okay? Then if you have said that, yeah, then I say it me must players in and some of the starting preseason. Why did Asante Kotoko is a delay of preseason? It's all because of that. And even at the point in time, I remember saying, Siasia of or Europa FM once upon a of time no or kind cramp say Kotoko preseason actually say this season crown has Saji League now Emma into that time no more preseason leagues no more Kotoko to about second or third because Kotoko started preseason late because you said and you who now so can say some players now you are not going and as you are not coming to start the preseason. Those players are on mobile. The likes of Amankona, you ask for it. Coach, and I will ask say you need Steven Amankona, and Steven Amankona, hey, one of the players are no more thing Kotoko. Omukoto Steven Amankona from Bekum Chelsea by, and me sure that make a crana, make us say, Ebi Crana, the price in the crowd was make us say, not the crowd where they see Bella. The likes, Steven Amankona.
Amankona price. Hey,
yes.
Bella.
Yes, and Americano. You ask for it.
Information on the price board, the board in Bella.
That is it. Because I quite remember saying I'm not quite started from $50,000. And yes, and I buy to about 35 or so. It will ask for the player. Waba, you have to do the necessary things be a player or lucky. Until now, you coach a warn. The likes of Dixon Afwakwa at the point in time, now almost a consign because you didn't give the approval. Who now can't almost say, players, and started training with Kotoko. Now observe almost for about 2 weeks. So the players even train with Kotoko for 3 weeks.
Afwakwa training with us for like 3 weeks.
Yes.
And
son all signing. And son of Kotoko signing.
Ampa. Said you man
training
chair. Ampa.
That is it. It is some of these things you recommended those players, and most of them, the likes of Samuel Boateng, any Clinton Opokumo, any the likes. Well, assistant coaches and our mom calls and they put that Division 2 playoffs, no. And those players, but even at the point in time now, player no can so Chelsea now yes the bandit, but you say you need that player or mobile. The likes of Richmond Lamptey, one our catcher management say you need Richmond Lamptey, and they saw it say okay we will do every necessary because now Lamptey is coming from Italy. I said management every year they also be at the mobile. So when lies say, Obeka say you don't know anything about it. And even the management party, and I quite remember, say made the minim any investigation be say even in Frege and in Bella, they gave you the video to watch, and for about a month, Emma was observing us so these players are good players. Even make me text and say now say like open Bella in Frege more than in Bella. But Mbella Nababe, the top star, and he's bringing a lot of money to the club. The likes of Opon, any Abia, and the 1 or 2 players, say even the management can do mobile, Opia who say Opon and the other players, look at on you for the club. So and the coach, and then say you don't know anything. Fine, if you have your grievances with the management or if you have the grievances with any other person, you can go on and do it. But don't go to the extent and lie about the management. Say, to get favor from the board. No, the board or we intellectuals and or more board so so they will have questions to answer. Because I say recruitment at this time, Kotoko have qualified to the CAF Champions League. Now Saka say me say here another 17. Other me say team le koya na see buy. And most of times, and then I tell a lot of commentaries going around, and Kotoko midfield no, are depleted. Now, Kotoko midfield are depleted. No, those midfielders never is just only there, just end the season. And now, na the Kabuma, it's about game. No, and just over 2 years and now 3 years. Apart from Abia Fabio Gama and Mudasim and they won during my coach and friend Maswe Kuledu time. But all other players, Agadas, Justice Blay, and the likes of Rich Molamtemo, just end the season, and Obeto and Asante Kotoko. So then, because they depleted, and the same players, no, they were new, and people even castigate against say new players of Marco Faber, now Peliga, Mubede, and Aswai, and the real Kotoko supporters, you know, about basic, but the same players they won the league for Asante Kotoko.
Yeah, maybe point and say if say we name she ever players from Widia and any management when you
yes.
Any as a place in 90%. When ever say management to 60% to crime and you coach be a management better players amount. Yeah,
and even all over the world, a war. All over the world, Florentino players on top. From Okobasa, and the same thing. Manchester United, sometimes even sporting directors. And now, you the Cristiano Ronaldo Brewa Bekas one day. You the Lionel Messi Brewa Bekas one day. You the Kylian Mbappe Brewa Bekas one day. And another example say, even if Bella now believe in the crowd, although they be a hero.
Minim size the coupon and your coach. Minim sem Bella and your coach. Minim sem and your coach.
And your coach,
even though or a part of management, plus be if you have management and a buy with a consultation with you, and also so be buy.
That is it.
Now, me busa with them about 3 players, 3 attackers, right? I'm only saying, Emma Asante Kotoko say, 32 goals, 32 goals, 32. Kotoko say 48. Different. The management were any.
That is it. And no. Management ready.
Management. 3 players will buy 32 goals. Kotoko 48. Different ahead of the
yes, because management is these players are bad. No, better be easier. Not that means that who can out the buy or who can manage because among Kuran no be any Mama Kuran is teacher, will be any Justice Blade, will be any the capabilities. One I work say for them. It is a mankuna. You said it and told the management say at all costs.
I was shocked. So see place a buy no. When you move here, me say I can confidently say justice when it comes to Justice Blade. When it comes to Justice Blade, nobody me my coming friends see Justice Blade. The coach himself pick up a phone and spoke to him. Or if Tetezuta so Maka. Or if Tetezuta.
That is it.
I will get the number 3 Tetezuta so. I don't make a sign.
That is it. Say, I don't know anything about it. And then the management I had here, management because any Ebeka said, leak now, Kotoko no management want it for you. Because the same kind of players ever. And to the extent, Burkina defender now, coach wouldn't buy, and I say, would be shame. And no one share. Say, no one share that. And Perifobusa, what?
From the source. With the latest news.
Oh, Naza made the ones that may would
hey,
Burkina defender now, then by now it was recommended. Yes, it was recommended by someone. And now Omu Busa say, Washington, also Washington, Ika Krebi, but yeah, but one tangible reason, so they couldn't sign that player. So you were peeved, but sometimes say you may be now want more for the right sources and that's one for the right area it brings up a whole lot of things so say kikasia and make number Saturday make sure you may be even within the playing body a course I will tell you and Fabio Gama you wouldn't say no where do you come
Fabio
Gama what. Oh, someone said that the name for team players in it. And Enre. Fabio Gama called one of the friends our player And I say, oh, my players, I was Asante Kotoko. I can say, if, why mistake? If he knew the coach was going here, he would have extended the contract for Kotoko.
Wow.
That is the weather. And this is breaking news.
Hey, when come exclusive and the exclusive of when you exclusive. Me,
I can confidently tell you.
Wow.
I have recording
Hey,
I will cut it and downfall say, he didn't know that the coach was going to even resign. He would have stayed and continued to play for Kotoko. And was it like a Drew Baby? He was disturbed. Not behind say, now you say Kotoko because when he said the coach was his problem. Because I don't know, he wanted to play. And after his injury, the crowd or back, he wanted the playing time. But now say, and to the point, or can't tell another say, you know everything. Or can't tell another say, you know everything.
but
there was
one
a match.
thing I can say, many player be didn't come up. And player told me, we are sure Fabio Gama best sign. Over renewing the contract. A player about Asante Kotoko about 2 or 3 of them. Many didn't cause it. Or himself Fabio Gama here renew the contract. Or catch me playing. And I'm saying,
yeah, it's true.
Oh, when they cast onto a can, they was the hey, we are sure Gama or Baba View or Mau.
It's true.
Because
it's true.
Gama signed you. Because when the coach issue be over. And I'm saying, Gama the coach. But the same over, and some we
yeah, it's true. It's true because who him say Omuko matches bay 2. Nina Gama estate. And before the start of the game, Okache now for the you see by this time of the second half, they will substitute me. Okache it drew almost substitute or Babenyo after the game. Okache say, what did I told you? So at the never and now was at it the relationship from the coach to the players, and then after his exit, and you so coach sometimes say before don't speak, and I'm advising those who are managing coach say sometimes there are some you see Bible class say you are doing now by any the fatai and then you see na 24 yeka adebi one ma now opportunity say dia udi pempa no but the moment udi before be no be react no you go on the wrong way because this was the right opportunity for who could say be expressing you've gotten the opportunity in the presence of the board you coach you who report Ebia was submitted 17 names say omuni here omo. Into 17 names, can you brief us into here 17 players? This was the perfect opportunity. But I say, and I said the report amamo. Now omokas we've had the report. Into the invite. Let me talk. And coach, who is now? Oh, now say you see that was so and you pay for the car. Says yes, that was one be better from Biano in the corporate institution. Whatever happens, Biano, it comes out and we hear. So sometimes Nanka over that privilege, say Bia, Obet Church and Perifum say, oh, hey Bia, board, Munamudia Jumano said, and Nanaya employed me as the head coach with your never say, more approval. The IN say, yes, 30 league, we registered 30 players. And along the line, your boy about 7th week, you lose 2 players, Abalora, and then to see from Ekoi, and they count 28 players. And 28 players, at the point, we had a lot of injuries, near matches are now very difficult because we receive 20 players for the matches. Now, what is planning Nanua Chese? Players be so on about 6 players who are for the season or
say or the 10 players. Minim Minyanya say therefore Matete Minim no Quebi say or the 10 players be Quabante. Mini privilege.
Yes, I will report in him. 10 players, now. Meaning say Ukaba Mamma maybe there. Me was a bit
mean Casaba Mobity, myself.
Me Modino.
Now would dinner be also.
I was a one. Yes, I play as a woman. Coach in society, I
yes.
Players now match. Players now match. No,
but who's there?
Coach, you was shocking. Nana, me say,
it was shocking.
Nana,
it didn't be a shocking. And Kotoko supporters now crying. They will say,
but everyone was it about 3 or 4 players? Me Momudia, about 3 or 4. PMT, my say 4 players. In who reason here? Any coach saw the better transfer. And
that is it.
If it's about football reason, party I won't for to transfer. Unless say
that is it.
A discipline and I say be our be. But on football reason, Diana, some players be I want to transfer.
Since no Kotoko supporters test our players in the BDM because now coach had na BB Hanana because they are top-notch players. And also maybe I'll do better transfer into there for where intimate the main fed to that. But I have all the 10 names here. And players are yes like what do about 70 players. Said an Americano. Like what church your board in maybe during the season and as your ball season in 34 games, there are maybe 6 players be one man or performance was not up to standard. We don't need them. It is almost free now. We will have maybe about 20 players and 20 players now Mudasiu Echo Itibi Aka 19 and Bella also is on its way going Aka 18 and yes our injuries of about 3 players. Sharif is injured, Justice Blaze injured, and goalkeeper Rauf Rafiu also injured. It is a what said body in my theater. At the moment, we have about 17 players per car will come. In Tibia, 17 because I thought say in total it was 19 players because Omar recall Osman Ibrahim and Emmanuel Sarkodie say almost Amra. It is a we that means say a 17 players and one. And so we prefer board no all these things and the reason here. I say, like, almost 70 players. The board of Pio knowledgeable Pio Badriano, they would just try and sit down and say, oh, and the coach crowd prefer with Yamai, a Poye, and as a very good trainer, a bit me, Amaya players. And players are table or Mudin for say, they are all good players. Nothing as I say, 17, man, I have no doubt about saying 17, but I don't have that problem. No. But how we are managing, that is the most important thing, but not to the extent say
17 local players, right?
I don't
say management and so foreign based players being so as Asante Kotoko, because whether we like it or not, it gets to a point as Asante Kotoko Ghana, I may see striker be any Ghana. Yeah. Striker we should go. We striker be and more than the PP go. 10 strikers no, it's a few. Ain't he said management yes I did now. On few be if I'm on an aba. It almost become one let's say it's about what 17 plus. Let's see 4 or 5. Let's just say the queen also.
Oh, 17 9 who say no mean I don't be because less than say
but minimum say go to Saturday.
Yes, Idris Ibrahim, goalkeeper for Bichim United, and Frederick Asare. I learned now Frederick Nekrano almost a done dealer. Because no, the contract the best by 31st July, almost it is free agents. And one the likes of Ivan Sosei.
Accra Lions no goalkeeper no.
Accra Lions no, yeah, goalkeeper no. I thought almost
who want to start from what? So
yeah, me want to start.
No, I know so well. Who there?
Yeah, and
I wish. When you didn't radio, actually ever come once.
And the likes of Evans Osei from Tema Youths, Nanidi obi te say Yawano, as is you nani din 17 yes. That is it. Vincent Atinga, Eddie Wom, Joseph Tetezuta.
Hold on. Yes, it's a play on count. Obi, Minimubia. Me madam for we say minia. We different as we say what heaven and earth. That's a play and didn't come. We are sure
he's part of it.
Tetezuta.
He is part of it. Tetezuta. Administrative.
Now, what you want him?
Matter what I'm coming, my call. Me understand.
I won't say now the stars. You know, I'm saying I think we will copy now. You will say we stars. Yeah. 80. That's the
Tetezuta. Ana Rashid Noti.
Tetezuta. Rashid Noti. There no management back it off because once a almost share, especially once a Rashid Noti has been like injury prone. Almost share the history of his injury. It was not the first thing they know on limelight. I was just end the season, you know. Not the performance and once a player also who injuries are is very dicey. It's a management and as a team Baba Beto. It did drop Rashid Noti. It was Tetezuta and a coach, you know, every pen any thing down say. And once a Rashid Noti, they only just this season, you know. No, what didn't it here even last before the start of the season? Yes. Before the last season, they started crying and open. I didn't know I don't know.
Obama different reason be any performance reason. So you be a or ye administrative officer or ye PFAG. Penny Kakra. Maybe you met a different reason be.
The aside footballer, no, I don't think it be a football reason.
Aside football reason, I can say we here be a charisma way, personality we were dressing room.
Okay.
What you say?
Yeah.
Yes. But the reason be aside.
Then you be a reason I go for them way.
Baby, you need to explain. You need to explain.
Yeah, because
you know your baby sound why explain it.
That is it. And the likes of a free Ebaniemo, a free Ebani D was the list.
A free
Ebani, a house of folk.
Okay.
Was in the list. So that the list the list some of the players now will never say more in the league, you know. Now, maybe I said to do another team. Someone was circle for it wasn't bad. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yes, yes. But the way
Obi sending me private message say players now coach cast here for motor transfer no. Yemubudi. Hey, Papa, me grant me list no. Hey, when we
it was shocking. Yes, it was shocking. Center pair on center defensive midfielder.
Defenders me. Hey,
now no defensive midfielder na ni dey never.
And a defensive midfielder back on.
And a central midfielder.
Defenders near 3. Defenders mensa. Defensive midfielder back. Offensive midfielder. One also back. That women now comes from offensive midfielders and I say. And midfielders. Offensive also wingers. Back anti-wingers near 2. And as a my auxiliary strikers in Susu.
Almost also.
Hey.
It is one you know. As we should be
coach.
So I say.
Bless me your heart. I was here maybe no chance for floor.
It is also a fan's favorite.
What the ones is where the list, you know, 4 centre backs woman. And no quite say any centre backs when you're with be 2.
And you're 2
because on to keep it 8 centre backs. These are 4 centre backs on the list, man. And centre backs.
We there's a list where you no crepa there any coach. We then Mimi say can me nyan to call baby ho. Can me nyan to call with players ni bi ho papa because it can make point to bi wa. Ah, ebi no wa fine. Me say nipa 1 2 3 bi. Say
any more for the yeah.
Hey, there is center only say midfielders near 2. And you know, as a defensive of side of any 2. Hey. Wow.
Fabio Gama down for Baku.
Fabio Gama down for Baku. Fabio Gama Baku. It's one and you go in common na.
Medanyo someone now for no me be 4.
Meaning me Canada for ne kayeke. Ore kayeke ye free pa. Meaning so ne eyi akoye obotu you free me dey ma ba yi.
Apia.
Tender only near free pa. And I need me few more can. Because maybe do ye, me back must Ghana me here. Actually, me kaka press, me 50 press. But I mean, tender there. Only a very close pa. And only Nati, see a very close. Christopher Nati. Only see a very close in Takabaco. Me mamma, send me a son of Buaka.
And now they come, what they Cameroon for Sucra become on basis.
Over the air now, I would know how Grom, so Monte Brofo. Yes, a gamma so Monte Brofo. Yana, or can say English. Only the chin or English.
Yeah, it's a coach and manage themselves. And Ubekai, sa interview a gamma koye say we don't use like tactical players. Or the member. Debbie, a sort of a you. Once Fabio Gama, I know say projects of the management.
But
and after the team, they say
I know
going to Africa.
Nanka management per se coach, it tell you soon, say a very attractive Gama. Ama Gama, every contract.
I stand the contract.
Let me tell you one thing. I can give you another instant. It gets to a point. Dan Lad Ibrahim wanted to leave Asante Kotoko. I can confidently tell everybody. Dan Lad was ready to leave Asante Kotoko. But Nyanku Pombe Mua, Abaroa, a free mono. And my Dan Lad, a cousin. Say Dan Lad, the neck, but that go mu aji liga, not because when you have opportunity, it does Asante Kotoko. The Dan Lad go.
That is it.
It's no credit, maybe whether you like it or not. Management to find a way to tie a player.
That is it.
Because second Gama renew the contract, and Kenyan supporters here worried baby about your number 10. At least when you be the kind of African, they were Boba, Kwam Young so boy no yard, any CS Fascian. And I know Sunday from Satif. I was Ghana, anyhow. He played very well. If you want to be done there, or experience, since 77 Lanti, African. But players, least year, you see Africa, you pay experience. But me can't say more about Africa, maybe more experience. No, you're pumping coaching.
Yeah, Pamo, that is it.
Which to me, even though when me a bit more, then can you football, media. Okay, Prosper, thank you. God bless you.
No, I have
you. And another comment, somebody.
Yes, I do.
We are not coming. Coach the
oh, say a jam it's way chat. Baby, I do know.
Hey, now
I'm going to me.
Near come once last week, and Asante Kotoko, and I'm there to Asante Kotoko once him say, Asante Kotoko management and your former say management, I get 2 years ago, and you know, crack management taking Sunday, the kind
Sunday,
Thursday, 4 days, management about I
management, yes.
Focus, you can't send qua, Wabra in the Yaka. You can't send qua. I still have the headline, Mammy, maybe I say management are yet to make a decision. Ewo, and you, I Nana Kamukoso, Nana Koso.
Baby, I don't know. There's no way 2 parties in bit marriage peacefully, Manabomuda, and you're possible because Omanya draw lines in Jabanisana, and in this circumstance, coach in a Jumano and a Yejuma, you are high to be fired. Obeba now call a big crab and more 5 minutes.
Management is yet to decide on top 4 or top 6. My head at the Atusu Kakra, Nana Koso.
Recently, Egypt's high coach, national team on board about 3 matches per Omasan Pamano. And the coach in a Juma that is how it is. Overcall na management no or board no or the administrators no so. That is about coaching. What I saw number falling out to based on performance. There are a number of reasons that my coaches echo. This time around quite a near sacking. By the way, a resignation. And it's normal. Okay, baby now say conditions or wow to perspective which me call without no harm. But maybe the manner in which or they come before I say or they approach meetings no na a hand to some extent, but nipa wakoma do baby akoma it's more bufuntem later on why have no because there are things where you coach then you baby sao for baby sao and you have to explain baby or we are seeing my baby open baby every penny for non penny for now the more whether it's a budget or a name you be here with explanation baby why you be question identify way say you have to convince them no more fair amount. That is all baby and who we are seeing her say and I am a coaching who sign players or pay my stating emphatically we probably be challenging me for mommy one club in the whole world coach I no quality recruitment baby and see that not even in Atletico Madrid coach no be any say the method ni the philosophy ni no they need a defensive football compact shape into the Koto players when me players on bet me about that particular system na me so nyam pamo me fi Atletico Madrid into me na me Koto players dari obo homo ko fa João Felix the be na João Felix a player or flexible attacking minded want to mean attacking more be but we use João Felix now you try so you try kakra edu baby coaches you bet signing players amano when it comes to Nyombo and then Nyombo and it may be easy on performance and it may be easy on your fitting the system about the results fine but many states said there are players in Swahili signing them for born but they're signing them for business sake say an aspect of business ever great team say any Christian policy do sue Chelsea now I'm fanang Sky one go J a year Matthias the later the internet say or American Chelsea were American owners because of that had American markets jerseys the number of fans that register from America and the reason why that boy is still at Chelsea and then Tottenham Hotspur and in Korea
because okay say you couldn't pray and nimbo bana police nimbo ba kuma we o henwa
me can say we nimbo but now coach Thomas Tuchel say ordinate player sika or the sky can agwaje defender was Juventus.
Oh okay.
But the American owners of Chelsea now penny and nature man penny no because Wakoto Raheem Sterling ain't no doing say Raheem Sterling upgrade of our policies. She got my policies are called. But I'm not penny because the boy anymore market to be business wise to me stress on the business reason. Say player be on over team not for born but or serve a particular business purpose.
Okay.
It's our players no you require first way you treat you and then you require first way you manage you send a you will still have fans no or don't know what team be our fan favorites obi on ma be kono ISB of Krumo for Nimuno Krumo for Dono and to a part and parcel of Krumo no botim no your moons somewhere or mobile. I'm to me the special quality be great team now. I'm fans not falling in love. Now I'm generating a lot of followers. I'm team. Fabio Gama, for instance, I'm not going to consign you. That was the first player signing or trending part that season. Will be anyone the signing or trending with Fabio Gama.
And I can tell you, say Fabio Gama story, right? About me counting about 25 different languages online. 25.
Yes.
Different languages.
And at a point in time on that day on Twitter, it was about 11,000 tweets. only about the player. He was trending number 1. And if you ask me by Senior Kotoko signing here, no trending with Twitter that. It's a fact. But that day or trendy. And see, only sponsorship wise, Eddie back Kotoko. Because a player was trendy here.
And yeah, can't just see you. Nana me can be a ubi anti one tekura mun kanchire no. See you. And if Fabio Gamen you are why? Yes, na yebeboa Fabio Gamen you because
another Brazilian we brutal.
We yes Fabio Gamen because we need back a very interesting say a team like Asante Kotoko. Now when you're Brazilian. Yes. Brazil for about to be born because you bought the same style. Even though sometimes technical wise, we are ahead and mean to me, we are there yang. Tactically, they are ahead of us because maybe they say coaches no. I think most of them no. Yeah, na be first in Ekra the Sanka Kakra. First, nothing good in go doors no. No, and Sanka Kakra tactics name boom because the young coaches na ebano omusia there. If they do baby and silver cost, but tactically they are ahead of us. It when on pebako, Fabio Gama near Baco, say Fabio Gama qua, Nanko de Fabio Gama assistant and swabre. Nana, we see you. We are son of
oh, me know yarding.
And one. And therefore, someone may argue, one of your moon son said, yes, you know yarding. And therefore, meaning someone say,
Yadika become transfer, say, Brazilian Bibeba.
Eh,
maybe tell some say Brazilian Bibeba.
But see, he can do that though.
Oh, yes, and only say for marketing reasons, for branding purposes, such players, and could me brand them easily. Sponsor be or person who is a foreign player, the products no, it be a one home, and I say Jesse Shannon home, a Shannon that the actual products needing a digesting in them, just that foreign player. A being time lost to Ghana, Brazilian, both from Krum, sponsor be keke, and no man actually. A benti muno diaba. And your players a diomo gain a particular market. And they Tottenham was in Korea because of Songmin when we player. And or Donnet Tema Korea for show Tottenham just because of this player. And it's signing money strategic. You're signing for such strategic reasons. And yet football, but aside that Nippon best have been some form of football. Now, my answer to give a banner say your top players about team one. Coach you on a philosophy, or be on coaching philosophy or on a system. My system is saying I'm a pessimable. And indeed, management to bet me who say a coach is saying normal and to play away crano on anybody by separate. Now, coach, all your list be called. It's possible, say, there are coach lists, particularly in Ghana. Players be now over 23 Ghana. Local ones now better be more than foreign ones. It's so possible, say, the best on better on ready in the season for other clubs. And when you ever come also perform. It is so possible, say, coach, we are less try now. Sa baby now, no super falling in management or not to hear the listing. It's so possible. In other jurisdictions, who is sporting directors? And you will call baby to say Barcelona, Alemania or any CEO, Joan Laporta, they are in charge of transfers. Coach the camp.
And your coach na.
Send a bear. Because a coach ever come. A do be a here coach inputs. But Tanko for me anyway, the sporting director, the CEO, and they in charge of the transfer. Because coach in the overcast open, AB and almost almost can't budget down. One reason. Again, new player be also the turn because player do injury track record in the deba. And since our player no say team here now say be turn over. Now obe guarantee instead see yan man abo be 30 matches of a season. Now the player record ni chess obe man 10 matches a season. It's just say boka financially MY is the reason why any coaches no come to player. Now another side of the coin then so say player means who are a bit me atono. ABI you can see two players right back. You talk defensive midfielder. But your player means we bit me out on now, or with 1 or 2 positions when you answer your mind. Or not to manage and bit me say the BT cost.
Yeah. You been
And also, and see about the transfers are coaching quantum yet. Again, management quantum to me yet without the input of the coach. Coach input the big yakakra said a bear and system of person born a bear flexible. But the input be no matter what the management. No matter what the management, because it is a denominator, it is Sika and a cofa player. Now, even though Europe, because of financial fair play, said team be top players crana. Madam say also Jabby Kwamoko. And in Barcelona, a big cut because players may look from a top moment to me register until say be called to free the wage bill. Until they are, I will say because the baby concert or someone maybe called nobody Jessica, nobody replace you. And in our part of the world of Africa, I have say African club will be a selling club, no matter the ambitions. El Ali without Casablanca will be out on. But Omotowa, they find equally good replacements. That is one thing I was saying so. And Omotonwa, Omoton 10 starting 11 in Derby. It means to make 4-5, fine, and they will replace them. Now, and I mean, say the defending champions of the CAF Champions League without Casablanca, the centre back, and any are nominated for awards, Ashraf Dari or Costard Brest or French League.
Oh, French League.
Yes, or they get $3 million. The strike will use to strike any fee, baby, a bad loan, ever work. Say, or be bonum toner, a bay 50-50, work business can be in Tigai and Benza or Cop. Ye chase can work Benyabi. Nani, in the mother club, near Belgian club in Zonyabi. Another Moroccan born or yet half Moroccan, half Belgian, Reda Jadi, Subai, or no Subai, or also come back. It's work tip the Champions League. This is here me and Zephyrin as I speak to you now. Last season, yes, last season before we went Champions League, now me and Sasa because we play team from the first team. Youth team look at the baby required, but first team me and Saka when we play see one of them is the striker in Benz and we be play team. Sa striker no Tomoton and nobody ban the Broken national team. And Omoton for about I think $3.5 million. Yes. And see in all these teams, you're torn, but you're torn you replace it.
Exactly.
And see ultimate and castle management more torn player than Dabi. It's not possible in our part of the world because they're the nominee, And African club be a torn. African club be a torn or torn. Okofobi be replace. Now we say we are quick scouting. Nti yahano. For instance, Kotoko a team of fa player, the case it is easy say player no bejidi ma iwiase man sign hono na ne tono ayentem. Team bigo will be equally good player. But that player no ebi ana onya platform kese no obi hu It's a water where you can go in for that player, like for like replacement. In some instances, team creating turn back. No, they or family not be replacing. Same can say back and far back over far. Possible. And see the issue about players being transferred out because where they are, you have to player sales a means of financing budgeting. Where they are, you have to transfer. And say, oh, your coach. You have to understand, especially when you are coaching on the continent of Africa, on the continent of Africa. I was able to say, and once we able for some animal there be. Now you should be more concerned as a coach. Say, why they be replace him? That is where the concern should be.
Nane, and tia, yinya, me the way, and tia with you. So I assume we are making. Question I ask my mekan was me. I asama is see you. And tia minya any say. Coach say you man Jeff in the press now call you. We need more shit. What the audience and judgment? Na sudden is see. And as a coach, who do I admire where you Ukrasa we are say coach we can say we mu asem.
Yes.
Okay. Eti coach ko ka say we mu asem. We nim ho twe.
I am be as a Joe. I know it's for last season. And see, I know it's gone.
Yes.
You're looking at the season ahead.
Yes, but the question no. Sa question when you can you.
When those players went, you find replacements for them. Statistically, better replacements.
Yes.
Players who are better
and
than
you win the league.
It's close.
Won the league. You don't even go back.
With those players, the team couldn't win the league. And there's no justification. Almost some crowd they win here.
Yes, so Omani Kohano Kra.
Almost some crowd they win here.
Now we ask my harmless question. It's
not a harmless. It is stressing on my point. Is that as a coach, those who please or more should be your concern. I am Prosperity preferred Kotoko starting 11. I think say a Mudasiru and now Oko.
Yeah, maybe so far.
Mudasiru Nebia Gamma.
No, Gamma
preferred starting 11. Gamma.
The boss has Gamma starting league, you know. Gamma was playing. So say we pray, you know. And once we pray, Richmond Lamptey.
You start a leg, you know. Nay, would have seen Gamma Lamptey, the double number 10. So he changed or the Richard Woodworker as ever pay with a seal. And then now, what should say Gamma call the wings? Maybe a Gamma ain't comfortable.
Yes,
and
the Gamma.
So on a Gamma,
they are not a wings, you know. Buano. Often the profile now. Because the position anchors are any that typical number 10 rule. And to play up by and some a chair and sound everybody the chance. And man, into your prosperity and the preferred number 10, Richmond Lamptey. And there is no doubt. Until America say, oh, share a year, say the team now. It means, say, Fabio Gamma, the first choice number 10. If Lamptey is fit, maybe I possible. And Yadia Lamptey is starting the number 10 role. Now, into okay, the prefer starting 11 now. It means Mudasiru is gone. Frank and Bella and a possible Sobeko. And then Ibrahim Muro is a possible Sobeko. But Miss Titi said, even the beginning of the season, not Ibrahim Muro, not yet the first race left back. In the start of the season, not Ibrahim Muro, yet the first race left back. It was Patrick Gassman.
And even Agadas also was not the first choice.
Senator said because of Senator Mudasiru Lamptey Gamma, now go ye double number 10 into na space gram mama for Agadas. Yes. And see, Ovian is starting. Aya and Memphis said 3 key players in the free. And borrow 5. And see the core of the team when say core of the team when say. And see these 3. Ubet me good replacements are high profile players and they are replacing these 3. And then all my they will come and strengthen the team. And then almost every replaces some French players, graduates of money go your job fine enough. That is how team building is. And you should be more concerned about Omo Moba. And Omo Moba so say who will play a big one. Now if say the performance the previous season for the team, status is not yet be encouraging. I be a bit to me a convince the board and the management. You have to explain. You'll be questioned and you have to explain why I made this particular player. And then coaches will be normally so move free team for be bad team. And now a particular area move free, Korea move free. Some almost signing players, almost players are move free. There's an issue at Chelsea. Coach can set up a personal campaign with PSG or any former player or coaching in PSG. Chelsea board management start evaluating players and said they be player no. Are slow? The sporting directors the Premier League. And you know the more Fabio Skunni or Sevilla. And also now or a coach were listed 3 players for that position. So I'm say yes, you confirm Sevilla anymore. You go for a personal campaign, but now you're number 1 because you feel say the statistics name one. So who a coach now with justification be the bar fenobra. Sa coach na sa Matthias Elite. Chelsea forces kind so yen to me. Ti Khalid Koulibaly ni bet to me. Obet mama 2-3 seasons yen ko fan dem. If any age no was ra. Na team be a top player, and they ba come san consider age and emblem because show the future ahead. Obema me fear him. And if said you tell to Tetezuta, help you prosperity list man. Coach maybe so. And then in a player because so ranking mediama midfielders last season, the number of minutes on my boy team are no employed 3-5-2. Obenya 3 central midfielders. Sometimes the 4-4-2 diamond, 4 central midfielders. Now still on to me guarantee a start because I started just 9 games. And a demand mediama. Then I was say justify the entire Okotono. Say Abia and for that on the field reasons, but Abia me penny the character be in the dressing room. Abia be me players be their mommy. Abia be we a foot to be or be can or you'll be uplifted the dressing room. Find a reason to convince them. No one tells say yes, you can you know correct. It's any of my end and Franca on your day and Femau. Sound as a management so the player biba. Now coaches who player and say player way and the ego was so about betting destabilizing the team. Until no matter the reason I'm some of them banner. Monstrous idea in one say a dressing room no. Now have a team. In the case of Cristiano Ronaldo, no coach Chelsea. Not Chelsea coach Jane say or born home on the nurse or bar send your team. The players need to start or which make a kind trouble. They understood him. Into one we say a kind afternoon. I had trying to head track. Mojo, no mind it, into Asiaba. Into when you are questioned about Bibisa, you have a friend for cheap. Who you coach again, yes, sir. The moment I be yes, sir, discussion intimate to us. And then the moment I want acquire discussion for us. Now it seems a quite idea, Opesoko. So I think that for now, I know they are called. The way for the was Asante Kotoko. It is so amazing, say, coach the list or the amono. And then from a checks, no, management say Leicester coach the abromono. Any almost over Leicester or my year on somebody. Coach near aware of the incomings and on somebody. I'm going to conclude on the incomings. And see a player like Abdullah Idris reality, Frederick Asari, the management is aware of. And as I speak to you now, Frederick Asari of Accra Lions, we're free agents. The contract now is and Kotoko and Kasa, I think, say, and never do achieve. I possible say Frederick Asari beats my day. Asante Kotoko. Or a player from Accra Lions, 23 years, the age in the sound for a goalkeeper. Very good. Okura height of 187 meters, 6.13 feet. Goalkeeper there, when you're on 6 feet, and we're 6.13 feet. In the height there. Or the Accra Lions, or due to injuries in T. But or team started 28 games in your 2,421 minutes. AKP 12 clean sheets for Accra Lions. One with Accra Lions, a team or ballet move from. Now it may keep it 12 clean sheets. It seems all are there because any team defensively go so much good materials. And the first time in Premier League, beginning the crowd, they must struggle and some of which change coach and near my head started to pick up any mom. So he's a good keeper. So far Matia Dominic Isobila for the captain and defensive midfielder to start 33 matches out of 34 matches. It means or may say just one game due to suspension. It tells you the kind of quality and said that defensive midfielder one. Why I should Dominic Isobila this season? Obehono said the number 6 one here can say only deep line playmakers or the defense in any. It's not saying a bob on in fan. San number 6 won't be and repel the number 6 will be. Now wait there or you be an whole class I am or you're very tough in body. And yes, it's no quality table. Made food, no say a man, sir. Been cooling the first with me, baby. Say me, no, number 8, ball number 6. And see, or an all round player in midfield. I think so. Not only the PM, and on any day, send yourself to the Zuta and one Dominic in the village now. who consider age a 28-year-old against a 19-year-old. Near in future, which many are quite well, which Mineska, the ball is a 19-year-old. Again, the 19-year-old neighbor 33 games. I started 33 games in my team or captain a team into a young rich experience from the last season or boy. Than the 28-year-old now was started just 9 games. Until ultimately cover the 28-year-old and the 19-year-old. Very difficult, especially when Joseph Tetezuta, the last season, 8-9 games, no boy in Iran. Ebien was started as central midfielder. He was used on the left wing or on the right wing 7 times and twice on the left wing. And Ensemble was central midfield the last season at Mediamano. In the first round, it was Justice Blay. It was King Atchison, Columbia Muwono, Cosidonsu, Rashid Nolte. In the second round, I'm not Justice Blay Choir, no Mokofa, Gian Origa Vita, former Karela TV magazine midfielder, Sambe Shade, Infinio. I'm almost a boy. And you will be so much minutes in the midfield. Godfrey Gojasa Momo by every boy. Edu baby, he's because of the other role play with Medema administratively, he's still part of the team. But in terms of first choice midfielders on your part, and when you was Asante Kotoko to actually see in play over my administrative role, there be administration they are sorted. And to say, oh, any other reason there, you have to explain to the board or the technical committee say, for these other reasons, apart from the on the field reasons, I want to bring this player. You share it to us, you understand it. And I think for now, Puspanate is a Gona. Kotoko, fraternity in they have 25 days more to register players. On final registration list, they have to submit it to CAF. 25 days more. And by then, maybe I know one who first opponents for the first round are unbelievable. Internet, I was say the focus now for Asante Kotoko, the target now say, yeah, if you're quite a fast one, you be a recruitment because management will show someone they buy it's me fat. How many Cameroonians buy, foreigners buy, I'm the boy, and lots of more picking on the local scene, even from Division 2, Division 1 available. So they have the expertise to do that. And again, if say how many coach being for Bekasa, coach be and son of a band, best on the word, now a wow. Well, man, on the input into the transfers. By the time I'll be concluded, when Jumo Babi the Bibiana than the blueprints that home, or be taking over, it makes me escalate a length. Some of the core prison now, I'm making sure say be more tough one. It means it's like we say on the core prison, maybe prison no, almost artificial one year. And see, over financial one year, there are a lot of coaches on the markets, locally, internationally, maybe quickly. Almost so team them go for your training tour, go and exercise team teamwork, unity, bondage, bra. Before a few friendlies or Super Cup before your first game in Africa. Simplicity. Until when you are there, things are being seen or Kotoko. Me can say Coach Park was resigning from Kotoko. CK are going to be far team. Within 2 months, I'll qualify Kotoko to the group stages of the Confederation. In 10 years, I'm not going to go into order.
It just said, Coach Albano. 1 year, honestly, David Miyako, group stage.
And Coach Albano, because of Niesi, Nontino. But we are aware of Niesi. It's a me, we can say, it's me, everyday life be. To you and the players. Say, look, you perceive movie one, you call the next level, a psychological and movie one. And in the case of Kotoko, that team cram ball for about 6 months because that was after an expose. But Ogada team, no, or yeah, preseason Ogana, I think it could ball a couple of friendly matches, and straight away he moved into Africa and started getting results. And to coach Bobo Piano, it's so possible. So possible, particularly when only 3 or 4 players spend every team in a first 11 in a corner. They are so replaceable. Obviously, when you are reinforcing scribe, and it to create competition within the team. And in here, a coach, now all your village on the management, never get Juma, some Jibeba, Unity Beba, Marco Pieces in BBI is okay, assembly any hall. Young call, Yenyanai credible, say, perceive group stage, a yenyanai mission. It is so possible. And here in football, my dream a babbling crumbs, say, actually, we are. I am a difficult, say, be beside at side. So I think that for now, this is the way forward for Asante Kotoko. A name on kind column name that was motion. You can't look back. Look, Peter Musimani. Our just 2 CAF Champions League back to back, Egyptian League, Egyptian FA Cup, or share rival Zamalek in the finals. Ejideba Ali. Now, on a board, I agree on him, and Ali board, even despite the achievements of Wajino, Ali board Nison Anyadri, Sewa Kofa Percy Taraba, or a South African, or a wing forward, a winger, or see me the never striking, mean you so strike or the next strike, and now, Akache board makes up for another striker from former teams Mamlodi Sundowns. In Peter Saluli board, they said that. Which I say this will be the one under the striker ahead of the Egyptian striker. Until the 9 yeah, Ugusu, I don't know Ugusu, board Nina again. Peter Musimani had to resign or resign. Ali is still moving on. That is how big teams are. Big team be also a political club, traditional team be a political club. Coach Uba now share now on the board. And quadrant dreamer, you can resign and go. Obi for back. As at now, Kofa Musibi is ready. This is the biggest job after the Blasters job in Ghana here. Yes. And he said Blaster Juma now coach be or you fit to coach the Blaster or you look at coach. So Blaster Juma Amanensa Nakotoko there down, don't you Jubaya. That coach, unless say be for fear of failure, other man is so timid. But so Pejumaya, this is the next biggest job in the country, and you have to accept it. Yes. In Timaso Okudu, Omo Free Blasters, he came and accepted the Kotoko job. A lot of coaches from Bibirina, you can trace the lineage between Kotoko and the Blasters. Masu Didi Dramani, CK Akono. Either CBB Free Kotoko or handle Blaster, and answer from Blaster or Bar, what was so Kotoko. It's been the lineage. And to this particular team, the Juma, it's so big, say an audition for the Blaster job. Open our year. It takes you straight to the Blasters. CK Akono Beko Blasters now is because of the Kotoko the group stages of the Confederation. And they're only what in 10 years. And for a coach to take a team to a group stage of Ghana, Africa, you want to say achievement because of the level of football not see Abedano. When you do open, it's an achievement bigger than winning league. Truth me, yes, happen. What should we do? And what the possible coaches on beating out either a coaching Blasters.
Okay.
Hey, yeah, there now. You can coach be interested in this particular job. Be interested. And men make choices, but there are lots locally. You say team nature foreign part, there are lots locally.
Nana, yes, coach Bakum, you knew me and Sabia. One and Kaku said, Perifoso Muko locally. Been said a name on Sunday and management, woman in the year. So Muko locally and how do you need to coach Besso?
For coach, or very young or experienced, mechanism also ambition. I can see a coach like Ibrahim Tanko.
Okay.
If say or be what the also medical can say obi wa or who be with him. Some say say or courageous or bolder. Ibrahim can come for it. But again, coach being so hard or hungry for success. Or he sounds so young, courageous. Okay. One of them is Bismarck Kobe Mensah.
Carrera, no.
Our Carrera.
This coach,
especially Bismarck Kobe Mensah. Wamane Sano Adedi. Our Carrera. Yes, for a coach not to have lost to Bichim United, Hearts of Folk, Asante Kotoko Olympics. In one season, both home and away, it tells you that particular coach is a stubborn coach. He's been through difficult rounds like Abti Weluzu, of a shaking face of a buyer. Babaya 2 times in the game or losing. And that car sports in Mobia and Channel War, both Olympics and Hearts of Folk.
Tactically, one of the best young coaches.
Yes. Until what Chelsea, yes. only Majuma and Sano Daddy. Will be a team with a 4-back system, switch it by the 3-back system in every area. So Timmy Steady Kotoko team who said this is the weakest link and with the clear baby Jamana Hydre. And me and Yen say a captain Ganiu, English and home, internally pays above home. Coach we quite so the cabin under or piece yes sleepy and be down. A dude near Denpa and was red card bad tackle. And we didn't draw by so or a strategic and tactical. And you want to see a coach of done in San Juan. Casting then go between United to all. And also actually say yes. Obey me age man. If so, also be the board, and courageous.
Even though
yes, it be very nice one is her. I say, but commitments are the kind of demanding type.
yes.
Obi commanding respect.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yes.
Yes,
commanding respect on the touch line. And yes. Yes. And the commitments are Ibrahim Tanku. Yes. Coach Kwesi Apia Maka.
Hey, no
way. Last job. And I make her say, Obi wa him some ba e bia me so. I blast as a Juma. I am a World Cup coach. I call World Cup. Inti me so say ma be fa Kotoko na enema nkoyi, especially when Africa mission dem enemy. E bia me true. There are coaches like that. But say no the woman dey ba mu a we a coach anyone here coaching man also the baby. Because Pitso Musmani and Mikana said, yeah, Pamon from the South African national team. I know, Kofa, Mamlodi Sounds. Yes, in 2012, Pamono.
Now, I mean, I Saturday.
We broke a fast sound.
Yes, you may discuss a lot. Now, yeah, meaning that air calling him now some information for meeting in the meeting. Yet is Rebecca. The Uniquasi can the management decide any ever can't go. The management will cry there and say, Alane,
Bijo.
Yeah, baby. America.
Nyambo Saturday, baby, a management, so almost so share. No more, na kofa, never say problem, and as a ye be our mano. You be canning in Atron because I had the say, no matter who you are, red, I be catch or say red. Now, supporters, no, may medical say, may change him Saturday. Say, give supporters and I'm a coach and I resign. And I'm a management, so do my heading. Supporters now. Main fans should be our supporters. More in Yambo Saturday. Make churches and your many name. They are showing the way forward for the club. Yeah, because I know they the most important thing. Board beko, management beko, technical beko, players beko, but the supporters you always remain. It is a new maybe in Korea supporters, Momo front and ever because. And you want more yeah, Uncle Yim. Nina leading to it because I coach if you say I don't know told me best place. Say can Moko Parker. What the main fan train as number Saturday.
Yeah, because Saturday Gaka wants them to say Gaka, you can want them to say their management that take decision. Yeah. And Central for which now can say management that take decision. You can say you credit that. This will be see management that take decision and management that say yeah more. And you see, I'm based on football reasons. Reasons here ain't to more. I'm a Gaka, say. And I'm saying Gaka penny be so. Now I'm so be and last week. Last time we come to me country, we make and you must say. On Sunday program na you know. Obi ma penny be free Ghana. Also a Gaka penny me money. Na and then assembly by me friend catch and say me country. No say. I dare Kotoko for Jatu na mama ntana candy minim. Nearby Bushano. No say I say one of my sponsors now. Or me say on sponsor program. A Gakato for no. Or Mr. Kotoko and Modia. Almost so intimate sponsor program.
Of course, big fish. We're a big fish. I mean, the cats you don't know anything. I don't know about tap as sponsor.
And since I want we are not Gakato for no. And yet Gata Topsis, whatever, it be an amaso. That's a person, so almost sponsors to Bakusika. The Sikana Swan, Poma Asante Kotoko Casino, or Nona, or pull out. And she, Saturday.
I don't know, I can't just I got to go and you see a youth side, maybe.
No, to see, I don't say, I was saying next week. Who's Which me catch your plane and your plane fan. Na Kotoko nim da or mobile start pre-season. No crab back up. Because I will coach in as well my date at the best start pre-season. And he wasn't ready to tell them.
And so when you the players in your own starting the pre-season.
I know dear. And
that's the guys never see baby.
They see baby other. Now the last season here for them Bella near call to go no me I know me say. Yes, pre-season
Obi making decision and answer or that part of what we are. I did go by your first
Charles for US training at Khalid Koulibaly. I could sign Orlando. A full plane call US.
I am in one pool. Seven. Yeah, tell America. Hey, Chelsea for mobile hanging and to say Koulibaly is one and you know. As not just Apple matches be true.
Raheem Sterling Sterling
last week's Friday no be do yeah. Because you training yeah.
Joe, I make that. So be a person or an idea or can't be breeze or the best for street grammar like or the number be brebe in one now like a full street you. If you Omakas and I can say, be here may in as that is it.
Escape for
I keep another way we
good. Yeah, transfers are similar.
Do they say no dear?
Transfer any day, exclusive remember. Yame Agma, Saturday, it exclusive never by a coach in Seneca form. Nankanano, you become Bella, and some day, I P as a Papa Bia Martin is saying, ye. As some Papa Bia Martin is saying, we ye.
It's came more good.
Yes, Yame Agma, Saturday, you better come once and name say, Sunny a year quay in Nano. Saturday, Eddie Becca Ogum, some Kakra. The bet him, the Nimi Becca. Now you're truthful. I was Asante Kotoko. Na mo amoto ho amose me say no see you say akwa say eh o say kwa me despite ebun kododwa ba kwa me sifaka kan wa che en see da na see ma fa otu a ka wo say ni ebun kododwa pa cho na see you wait me we a mo amoto a na wa ka say ego. Do you understand what we call ego? And ka dey coach cry and they just say wo ego because a whole board member so na utu before mo so e kan some any kwasa wo ka kire mo. But we don't want to say that. I'm not defending anybody. Some year the enya but on this call the maka we say the issue has nothing to do with the management. It was the board and against the coach. And the coach says, "So I resign."
That is
it. Kotoko focus at T4. Yankupon Shiramu, they be asked more and then late, but make me catch you say about 125. And I was waiting Kotoko focus at this late. It just say
that is it.
Kotoko don't the be information in the will be all, but now I'm perceiving camp now. It do baby, I'm still players no. Say Kobasa was Ibudi more less than a woman's Saka. Players na mensan kan ye omo a 17 nem go focus 17 18 dem because mensan kan na me your performance mensan kan ba matitibi na mensan kan so a na se de se me kan wo se de be kan na minim se management so ye recruitment outside Ghana and so be bem and you se balance obekọ minim mfege de se mfege so kwa ye nton ni nye sika ne fa cover bimra apapamra because management team bela and mfege ba Mombe Maye 29 goes to there. In so between for the same in Fege and Bella size and your mabam yes another 31 goals. But I want to say Yanko Shamo, no come in. Now don't do a chance. Saturday me patch on Saturday in the session. A be a china the Bishia was space in the so more space, no more the Momora space. A Brimbia be a list well. A Bishia will list well the space so.